Hello there, friends and neighbors. It is January 3rd, 2021. Amazing things are happening, and I want to talk about birthdays. Today is J.R.R. Tolkien's birthday, and it's also mine. So what's the big deal about birthdays? Why do some people go, party crazy? And what are we celebrating? Or why do some people avoid the whole topic, and what are they trying to hide? Is it a mystery? Is it fear involved? Is it buying into this story that we need to sell ourselves short? Inquiring minds want to know. So, to me, it's always been fun to sort of spoil yourself on your birthday. And so to J.R.R. Tolkien, his hobbits on their birthdays would have big parties if they were able, and they gave presents to everybody who came to their parties. It's one way to get a big party, I guess. So that's one way of doing things. We don't tend to think of it that way. Some people, just like Christmas, it's all about the pile of presents. And others, it's to celebrate survival. Or how about that you're celebrating this amazing gift? It's a gift, all right, to be alive, to be able to, with your free will, decide, will you help others? Will you challenge yourself to grow? Will you open your mind enough to learn new things from others who are maybe very different from you? Can you see through other people's eyes? Can you see that the value in all people that are goodly godly? There's so many flavors. I'm thinking, where people come from, types, thoughts. There's so much variety in people that, if you don't travel, if you don't, actually interact with others, if you don't turn the television off and get out the door, you'll have sort of a lopsided view of mankind, and you might not realize how different everybody is. Just a few days back, a lot of us in the world celebrated the birth of Jesus Christ. So we definitely value days of birth, days of being born. I've heard some people saying born days, and I hear some people say trips around the sun. How many trips around the sun have you made? Just it's different ways of looking at it. Then the strange thing of all over the last few years, you can't use the word old. I just turned 53 years young. What? I'm 53 years old. Stop it. This youth culture. There's more foolishness. Just, you're 53 years old. It doesn't mean, you're 25 years old. You're 10 years old. I suppose we can redefine what words mean, but they do mean what they mean. Words mean what they mean. People seem to want to avoid the fact that we get older. We do grow older. That these physical vessels, bodies, get older. There's a decay that occurs, and you can take care of your bodies, your immune system. You can exercise. You can keep upbeat. You can stay up with the latest information about nutrition. And these are all good things to do. But in the end, this body's gone. It does die. It's okay. Now, your being, your soul, that continues on. That's the God stuff. That's the spark of Papa. Some say you go back and become one again with the universe, or you rejoin Papa. You go to heaven, you go to hell, depending on what you did here, I guess. And then I think that the soul is eternal, and that's another thing to celebrate. You've been given this physical body, a meat suit, I've heard some people call it. It's a little down to the nitty-gritty, isn't it? But in a way, are you a soul in a body? Are you a body with a soul? It's a sort of a philosophical question, but in the end, it's your soul that's eternal. So it would seem you're a soul with a physical body right now. And then what about all the souls that don't have their physical bodies anymore? Well, God created us, and He breathed His breath into us, and that's a bit of Himself, a little piece of the God stuff. And I think that's our soul. Each person, how it's distinct. I don't know. I mean, I'm a student of the Bible, but I'm not a scholar per se. Like I can't quote this and that constantly from it, but I kind of know where to go in the Bible to find the information I'm recalling from what I've read, and I don't remember anything. And if anybody does know of parts that explains how God made a little bit of Himself into each of us, put it down there in the comment section. That'd be great to see. So I do know that we are not supposed to know everything, and that's okay. It's a lifelong process to learn new things and to stay excited about figuring things out. But to be in a mad rush to learn everything, it's a fool's errand. You can't learn. You can't even learn all the knowledge that mankind knows. There's not one of us that knows everything that every person, every man or woman knows. And again, you can't even get close to what God knows. And that's why even the Bible doesn't tell us everything, because God wrote the Bible through many different men and women to be like a owner's manual for you. It's your mankind owner's manual of sorts. He didn't tell us everything because we don't need to know everything. We need to know how to be loving, how to celebrate the goodness that's in this world, how to be aware of the signs of evil so that we can do something about it when we see it and avoid it and not become it and not join with it and stay goodly godly. And there's plenty of that information in the Bible and other sacred texts, let's be honest. Like the Quran is based on the Bible. So you have the Torah, the Old Testament, you have the New Testament, you have the Quran that's based somewhat, although they changed some really important stuff, which that's a whole different story in the Quran. And what I mean is, I'm not going to get into it right now, but that would be great to talk about sometime. I actually just purchased a Quran because you hear all this stuff about it. And you know what? Don't judge something if you haven't even investigated it. There's a lot of people that follow the Quran that are really good people. And there's some bad ones too. But that's true for people that claim to love Jesus, and for Jewish people that read the Torah and that actually study it. There's good ones and bad ones in all these different groups. So we celebrate. Back to birthdays. Birthdays, it's a way that you can sort of give thanks. When you're a young parent with little kids, birthdays are a way of saying how much you love your children. You want to give them things that make them happy, and just to see the look on their faces and the surprise, it's priceless. It's one of God's great blessings. As you get older, there's tends to be either you want to hang on to that childlike excitement, and that's great, or you buy into this thing that you can't be like that anymore because you are an adult now, and that's fine. Honestly, I've gone between both of those things, back and forth. As an adult, I had certain times when I organized a big celebration. When I turned 30, I actually gave a list of all my friends' phone numbers to some friends of mine that I thought might be planning a party. And that's what I said. If you happen to be planning a party, here is a list of my friends. So I kind of organized a surprise party, and it still ended up being a surprise because I didn't know if they were going to do it or not. And then they did surprise me, and a lot of people acted like they weren't going to be there, and everybody showed up. And I thought it was just going to be me and these two retired ladies that were friends of mine, my Irish friends, Mary and Barbara, who I went to Ireland with. And that would have been fine too, but I thought something about turning 30 seemed like a milestone. There are things like that. For some reason, people make this ridiculous thing out of 50. 50, of course, is a milestone, but it's exciting. I was excited, and I didn't want that foolish thing of black balloons, and I don't know where that came from, and I don't care. And if that's how you want to do it, do it. But to me, I won't be in the darkness, and I won't be afraid. And a whole bunch of black balloons and with 50 written on them. That's weird. It's dark, and black is dark, and that's no way to celebrate your birthday. It's almost like a funeral instead of a birthday celebration or a born day celebration. And so that's you can sort of be on either side of that. I get pretty excited about Christmas. That's Jesus' birthday. And I just love the more spiritual, somber, kind of serious Christmas music. I just love it. It's and yet it's also very exciting because here's God come in this baby to earth. And yeah, he's going to die for us. But he came to earth to experience the good, the bad, and the ugly of being a human. And that's just amazing. And it's beautiful, and it's exciting, and it's serious. It's love. It's redemption. It's saving us. It's hope. And it's joy. And so, of course, it's very exciting. Birthdays. I wonder how cake came to be this big birthday thing. It's probably an inexpensive way to feed a lot of faces if you had a big party. If I was the ruler of all things, I would say pie, birthday pie. That's me personally, but wouldn't that be a heck of a chore if you had 50 people over and you had to make, 6 or 7 pies? So I can see the birthday cake thing winning over the birthday pie thing. But for myself, with just a few people, pie, pizza pie, and a blueberry pie. There's your pie. Anyway, so there's the birthday celebration. Let me think about anything else that I wanted to mention about birthdays. Well, I think that just about does it. I've got my happy Celtic warrior birthday hat. I've got my celebration party song shirt. And I'm ready to celebrate me, the one and only A.D. Boynton, hiking druid, Andrew D. Boynton, child of the Most High God. Why not? Enjoy the day. And if you have a birthday today or coming right up on us, happy birthday to you. Don't forget, you're rare and wonderful and blessed. Have a great day. Love you guys.